I will remember you. Will you remember me? Low-key, I am upset about this plant. Guys, what's up? Welcome to the Bird Brain Podcast, where the goal is to rise above it all, stay elevated, create that infinity, and up your you. I actually got it this time. I'm your host, Isaiah, and today we are talking about growing on your own terms. The importance of that, what it feels like versus what it looks like. And also, yesterday was my 3-year anniversary in LA. Growing through life, and man, have I grown. In just this year alone, I think I've grown tremendously. And the beauty in growth is that it doesn't happen while you're watching it. You know, it doesn't happen while you're watching it. So every year I usually have a theme. Like, I don't make New Year's resolutions. I have words that are the blueprint for how I go through the year. And no word came to me this year. But grow at your own pace in my head since the beginning of this year. So we're going to get into that. Subscribe to this channel if you like this channel and you want to get more. Also, too, subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Comment, leave a review. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing what you take away from it. And that just helps me grow. You know, that just helps me grow. So, yeah, let's get into it. Firstly, this is one of my favorite shirts. Shout out to the Whichever Path podcast, my homie Steven Jai. This is truly, sincerely one of my favorite shirts to wear. So, shameless plug for my homies. Get into it. Go follow them. Whichever Path podcast. They're great. And they kind of parlay into the whole growth. There were a lot of opportunities for me to grow externally, but also internally. You know, growth in relationships, growth in perspective, growth in mental health, growth in profession. All of those moments happen, but the biggest pivotal moments truly happen when I wasn't looking. And I think that's the important thing of growth, is that never be in a rush to grow. Your growth is also contingent upon just the honest work that you're doing. I want to say shout out to my mentor, Rodney. I spoke to Rodney a couple of days ago. Rodney is someone that took me under his wing years back, and just my guy. Really looked out for me and had my best interests at heart. So he called me up a couple of days ago after a couple of years we hadn't spoken. And he was like, I want to let you know I listened to your podcast. I found your podcast. I've been listening to it. That you put out to the world is what's needed, and it doesn't surprise me because of who you are. That meant a lot. So Rodney, if you're watching this, I appreciate you so much. I couldn't wait to tell people about that conversation and that exchange, because the thing about personal growth is that we may not always see it. You know, sometimes we see it in hindsight, but people around us are observing our growth, our process, and how we're just continuously leveling up. And growth, I think when you are standing still in who you are, it just feels different. It feels right. I got this plant on my birthday. And she's not doing well right now. Why? Because I overwatered her. I was being a helicopter parent. I was doing too much, and I was just trying to do my best to sustain it, but I noticed I was doing too much. And snake plants are low maintenance. They don't need much to thrive. One of the things I realized in life, when you're working in your purpose, you don't need to helicopter over every single thing you're doing. You just need to be doing your thing. That's it. That's your only responsibility, to just do you. Everything moves in a very fluid cadence. And when you are muscling things, you burn out, you overwater to the point that you kill off the nutrients, the necessary things that are needed to grow, because you're so fixated on doing things right, or doing things properly, or having to do things your way, that you run the risk of missing the complete point of what growth is. Allowing experiences to happen, allowing yourself to grow through processes. I'm not giving up on this plan. Are you kidding me? I love this plan. But I did understand, the same way I'm with that plan is probably the same way I'm with myself. Sometimes I need to take a step back, stand still. And that applies to just relationships too. One thing I learned this year is, like, if you're working on yourself and you're doing your best, you don't need to chase. The people that are meant to be in your life, you guys are running to each other, because you guys are both doing the work. Or be willing to allow people to do what they're gonna do. Stand still so you can see which direction people are going. Are they running towards you? Are they running past you or running away from you? You know? The only thing worth chasing and that gives you a return value is your purpose. Your purpose is gonna chase you back. Your purpose will nag you. Your purpose is a stage 5 clinger. And you have to be willing. That's, again, you have to be willing to chase it. And the thing about your purpose is that usually you guys are running in tandem when you're doing it the right way. That's one of the things I took away, not just in relationships, but relationship myself. You know, chasing something to be better instead of just recognizing who I am is more than enough in this moment. And you should trust that too. No matter what, you're going to be fine because you're doing the work. And the work applies to just not the physical grunt work or the physical grind. It's that mental stuff. It's that emotional stuff. It's that spiritual space. All the things that you may not think are applicable to what the work is, but also necessary. So grow at your own pace. That's been my biggest takeaway is anything that's been good to me, good for me, it's just happening when I step still. Like sometimes you gotta let things do what they're gonna do. Let them thrive on their own. So that can create space and environment for other things to be present. You don't always need to muscle everything to grow. Some of your biggest successes and your greatest moments and your greatest milestones will require very low maintenance. I promise you. Don't overwater yourself to prove how good you are or how amazing you can blossom. You don't have to do that. Alright? Hope you guys enjoy your week. I hope you guys love on each other. Again, shout out to Rodney. I appreciate you. And shout out to the people that have just been pouring into my life and my soul, and that I've had the opportunity to return that to. We just level up from here. Alright? Take flight.